Remember the $7 million that the Israeli regime spent on social media in order to perpetuate their lies and justify their massacre of civilians in Gaza? Well, one lady completely destroyed everything that they have done in terms of propaganda of the Palestinian resistance. So who is this amazing pro-Palestine activist that has completely destroyed Israeli propaganda? Actually, this was done by an 85-year-old released Israeli hostage. Yocheved Lifshitz is the most recent Israeli hostage to have been released by the Palestinian resistance for humanitarian reasons. During a press conference, she shared a little bit of her experience.
My mom is saying that they were very friendly towards them and that they took care of them, that they were given the medicine. When she first arrived, they told them that they are Muslims, that they're not going to hurt them, and that they ate the same food that Hamas was eating. They treat them kindly and provided for them.
According to the West, Hamas, the Palestinian resistance, are these scary, atrocious, inhumane, ISIS-like figures who slaughter women and behead children and are despicable terrorists, right? This is what the West has been telling us. But according to Yocheved, Hamas are literally people who provided their hostages with not only shampoo, but also conditioner. There were points in my childhood where we considered conditioner as a luxury that we couldn't afford. Not only that, their Palestinian captors cleaned their bathrooms for them. I know that there are people in the West whose bosses force them to clean their bathrooms. So the Israeli hostages had it better than you. They're feeding their hostages cheese, cucumbers, everything that they're eating themselves. They're providing them medical treatment. She also shared that they were super considerate about female hygiene and female needs. They continuously provided them with medicines. If they couldn't find the medicine, they would find the replacement for the medicine, and they would constantly check up on them and make sure that they were okay. Now you can imagine that Israeli media has gone crazy asking how could this have been allowed to happen? How was this press conference even released? Why wasn't she taken into a private room where she was filmed, coached on what to say, and then certain parts of the interview cut out? And this is literally not my words. This is Israeli words.
נטו, שירות לחמאס, עם כל האמפתיה באמת למשוחררת, יש פה רק נזק לישראל.
הנהלת איכילוב שאחראית לאירוע הזה.
בכל זאת, גם הנהלת איכילוב צריכים להיות כפופים להתנהלות המלחמתית של מדינת ישראל. אבל
מעבר למציצנות, אני לא רואה שום סיבה לשדר מסיבת עיתונאים כזאת. היה צריך להסתפק בשוחררו, שמות, תמונה.
זה לא חוויה שהיא צריכה לעבור.
שום דבר, זה היה פרסה אחת גדולה, היה צריך להושיב אותה בחדר, מה שנקרא פול, במקרה הכי גדול. לתת לה לדבר, ואז להפיץ את הדבר הזה, כמו שעושים אגב ראשי מערכת הביטחון, ושר הביטחון, והרמטכ"ל, וראש הממשלה. זה דברים שאנחנו פחות רוצים שיאמרו בפומבי.
Their game plan was to bring on this woman's son so that he could refute everything that she said and say, she's an elderly woman, she doesn't understand what she's saying, she's developed Stockholm syndrome. During their interview with him, they said that, you know, your mother, she was spoken to by the Shabak, the Israeli Internal Security Service, and they coached her on what to say. Why did she not stick to the script? Why did she tell the truth? And this is what he says.
אם מישהו חושב שבגלל ששחררו את האמא שלי אז זה רכוש של המדינה שתשרת איזושהי אג'נדה של מישהו שבעד כניסה, נגד כניסה, בעד שחרור, נגד שחרור, או איך להתמודד בחוקי הג'ונגל, הוא טועה, יש לה את הדעה שלה והיא תיארה אותה בצורה ברורה, היא לא אמרה מילה אחת שמישהו ניסה.
Of course, Western media headlines, as always, cherry-picked certain things that fit into their murderous, genocidal agenda. I don't care what CNN says. They had conditioner. They had their bathrooms cleaned. They had medicine. They had food. And this was being done by people who had been branded as terrorists, as people who had beheaded babies. Let's just think about this for 1 second. This Israeli woman turned back while she was being released, extended her hand, and shook hands with her Palestinian captor. Just think about that. Would she shake the hand of someone who had beheaded a baby? I don't think so. So I think it's time that people in the West reevaluate the lies and this narrative that has been created about Palestinian resistors. Just like Ukrainian fighters, they have the right to defend themselves from 75 years of colonization and occupation. Israel is a colonizer. Israel is not defending itself.